Hello there, this is DBT, and this Art of Rooms. And alright, it's time to continue playing some more Asphalt 9 on Nintendo Switch. And today, we're gonna be doing multiplayer. As you can see by the title, we're gonna be doing a 1v1 with the Koenigsegg Gemera. But first, I just wanna quickly show my beautiful McLaren GT. I say beautiful, I'm not a huge fan of this car, but yeah, it's one of the many cars that you can acquire in this season for free. This is a season that I consider to be one of the best, simply because of how many cars you can get without having to spend money on it. Of course, you can also get the Legend Pass and do some more progress, but it's all fine. We'll talk more about it, but as I said, we're gonna go into the 1v1. The car featured for this one, as I mentioned also, is the Koenigsegg Gemera. Now, I haven't decided just yet which one of these two versions to use, because the first one over here, you can see it shows in green what is the stat that is the most beneficial in this particular selection of the car. And you can see that I would get a nitro of 46.64, which is not a ton, but when you compare it to the nitro of this of 39.91, you go like, okay, yeah, 46 is a lot. However, look at this one, 88.08 on acceleration. I honestly believe that it's more important for this car, the acceleration, than the nitro. Because if the difference of nitro was, I don't know, difference of 39.91 to 64 straight up, then okay, maybe the nitro is important, but I don't believe that the difference of nitro over here will be that important, but the acceleration is always very important, so I'm gonna go for that, and we're gonna see how we do. You know how the 1v1 works. We're gonna try to get 12 wins, hopefully all 12 in a row, and if we manage it, our final and maximum reward is gonna be 250,000 credits. So let's see what we do, how we do, and who are we gonna be racing against. So 1v1 of Koenigsegg Gemera. It's an interesting thing. The Koenigsegg Gemera was the car that was featured last year during the Draft Syndicate, and man, you know, one of those really expensive cars to get because you need to spend. I think someone told me that it's like $300 in order to actually. Oh Jesus! In order to actually just get the car, unlock the car, let alone to start it up, that's a completely different story. But just to unlock it, like $300. Imagine that. So yeah, and I never had much of a chance to play with it other than during the Draft Syndicate and the free tries and whatnot. So I find it interesting to come back to this car and do some races. Whoa, Jesus Christ! Totally fine, totally fine. Come on, give me the jump. Bad jump. The other guy is also. I don't know how I survived that. What is happening? Yeah, I was not ready to start driving this car. Holy smokes. It's a very high class S car, and while it's not the fastest by any means, it's actually, for the incredibly high rank that this thing has in total, it's not like an incredibly fast car. But man, it makes up for it on how this thing drifts, how it handles. Jesus, it's insane. Alright, so that's the very first race. Let's see what we get on the second. Now, I've said it before, and I will say it again, I don't like Draft Syndicates. I mean, it's good to unlock a couple of the cars, but it's so incredibly grindy. And that is coming from someone that plays this game consistently and knows that in order to do a car hunt successfully, you need to do the same race like around 500 to 600 times. So with that in mind, I still consider the Draft Syndicate extremely grindy and extremely boring. I don't like it for some reason. Like I said, you can get some cars from it at low stars. Well, you can get them at higher stars, but then you limit yourself as how many cars you can get. But yeah, overall, I'm not a huge fan. And even then, let's say that I was a fan of those things, I don't think I would have gone crazy for this car. Like I said, it is a very good car. It drives great, it handles good, it drifts insanely. But look at that, a top speed of, well, right now I'm not at the highest possible rank, but I have a top speed of what? Why did I go here? Did I mean to go here? Well, I'm so far ahead that it doesn't matter, I suppose. But I'm not at the highest rank, so I'm not at the highest speed. But even then, this thing is not super fast, considering, you know, that the actual kings of the game go like around 100 kilometers faster than this thing. So yeah, big difference right there. Big difference. Ooh, 2 wins. And as I was just describing the stats, I missed to say that the acceleration of this car is one of its strongest points. Now, All that being said, I'm not a big connoisseur of Class S cars. I have experience in Class D, C, B, and nowadays I have more experience in Class A. But I'm not yet at the point in this game in which I can confidently say, oh, this is a good S-Class car, this is a bad S-Class car. Well, I mean, I can tell you that something like a Centenario, it's a very bad Class S. But honestly, I don't know how a Gemera would perform. Oh, I won by default. Oh, beautiful. Look at me winning just like that. I'm that good. All right, well. So yeah, I'm not a huge connoisseur of Class S. Okay, now we're actually gonna do this race. So I really don't know how this car would perform against the Kings. I guess in a way, it could be similar to how it is in lower classes. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, I did not want to go on this jump. I meant to go on the second one. Oh well. Where, you know, you have certain cars that are great because of the handling, maybe the acceleration, and they don't have necessarily the highest top speed. And then you have much faster cars. What is it doing? No, my God, what was that? Holy moly. I'm still in the lead, but barely. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me try to focus here, because this guy could just come knock me down. And I don't want that. So, hold up. Good drift. See what I'm saying? The drift on this thing, it's what, Jesus Christ, it helps it so much. But yeah, I'm thinking that maybe this is a type of car that is not necessarily the highest top speed, but thanks to the acceleration and just being generally agile, can make up for it in the same way that, for example, I know that something like the Vanda, well, the Vanda also has insane nitro, right? But something like the Vanda that is super agile can do really well in Class A, even though it's a considerably slow car. So I don't know if kind of that also translates into Class S. I really don't know. I haven't played enough with Class S, and I don't have enough good Class S cars to try it. 4 wins in a row. But even then, using that same example of the Vanda versus, I don't know, something really fast in Class A like the, what is it, 570S? The McLaren 570S? The Vanda reaches what? I don't know the exact numbers right now, but I think that the difference between a Vanda and 570S, again, Vanda is a slow Class A and the 570S is a fast Class A. I think that the difference is probably somewhere around 50, maybe even less, like maybe, ooh, he disconnected. All right, so this is a freebie, also a freebie. It's something like, I don't know, 40, maybe 50 kilometers an hour stops. I think even 50 might be too much. I would dare to say 40 kilometers an hour difference. So yeah, that's a big difference. But when you compare something like this, the Gemera, which, I don't know, might reach like 420, nice, or something like that, and compare that to a Hennessy Venom that reaches 512 naturally plus nitro, I don't know how much it is, I don't really even know what is the absolute top speed of that thing. Yeah, it's a big difference when you're talking about almost 100 kilometers an hour. The difference is twice as big than the difference between a slow and a fast Class A car. So, I don't know, I really have no idea how this car's perform in Class S. So if you, the viewer, have experience with this thing on Class S, why don't you let me know in the comments? And while we're at it, if you guys are enjoying this video, why don't you hit the like button? I would appreciate it. And in fact, I would appreciate it so much that I will put out again the same challenge that I did last time, maybe in the wrong video, but I did say that if the video gets 40 likes, I will get my wife to play split screen with me on a video in Asphalt 9. How about that? Maybe she'll be on the microphone too, but for that we need to hit the 40 likes on the video, so I want to see those likes. Come on, go ahead, it's free. Ah, what am I doing? I mean, the guy really fell behind, so okay. Look at this drift, it's just so good, Jesus Christ. So yeah, I don't know, really, I don't know in the big leagues, the big players, the real pros, if this car is an amazing car or not. The top speed makes me think that it isn't, but at the same time, the acceleration along with the crazy drift makes me think that maybe it is. Maybe top speed isn't everything, but who knows? I certainly don't. And there we go. This is gonna be another W. So long as no. I knew that I was doing that wrong. Come on. Yeah, okay. That jump, whenever you're gonna take that jump, well, there's two options. Don't take the jump if you wanna go in a safe way, or if you're gonna take the jump, hug the wall first and then take the jump even if it's a bit too high. Because, I hope that counted as a W. Okay, I guess I have to restart this. Okay, we're back in. Fantastic. It doesn't show me any L's, so I want to believe it did register as a proper W, and then we can continue. But yeah, I should probably mention the fact that obviously we're in the new patch of the game for the British store season, thus me talking about the McLaren GT at the beginning of the video and all that. This patch, it's definitely more unstable than the previous one. The game has crashed much more in this patch than in the last one. That's not to say that the game crashes often, but it does more than it ever did in the previous one. However, it does seem also that the performance has improved a bit in here compared to the previous one. So I don't know what to make of it. There's also some visual issues. I don't know, I haven't been paying enough attention, but if you look at the horizon in this game, or the buildings and things like that, you might notice that some of them will be missing the texture, or the texture will flicker on and off. So as I'm doing this race, you can check it. Just look at the buildings around them. Necessarily look just at the road, but at the buildings that we can see a little bit on the horizon, at mid distance even. And yeah, you will see that some of those things kind of flicker on and off. And this is an issue that, again, it seems to have been introduced specifically. Oh, come on, dude, really? Did you have to do that? Okay, hold up. Oh god, I almost hit the metal thingy. No! Rip. Well, I already lost this race, so might as well. So yeah, look at the buildings, look at everything that it's around in the world. And you will notice that some stuff flickers on and off, and some of the tracks is much more noticeable. Like, for example, I was playing in Cairo the other day, practicing a little bit the 1,000 minarets. And yeah, some buildings absolutely missing textures, very strange. And like I said, this is an issue specific to this patch. In fact, just before I started recording this video, I did the whole thing of archiving the game and reinstalling it for the sake of seeing if by any chance that was gonna help. But no, the issue's still there. Maybe it is not as bad as than before, but the issue's still there. Let's see, can we see anything over there? No. Okay, well, it's fine. Okay, well, first L. I'm gonna blame it on the game just crashing, because it threw me off my game. Sure, that's my reasoning. Okay, enough of the chitty chatty. It's time to focus. I can only lose once more. Another L and I'm gonna lose the entire thing. So gotta focus over here. I know I have good acceleration, so let's try to focus in making the most out of it. Though this guy also seems to have some really good acceleration, but let's see if we can get my shockwave here. Come on, no. Shockwave not ready. The guy's right behind me, right behind me. He's 316. He's 316. What is that? No, come on, game. Oh, it's because I touched the wall a little bit. Ah, Jesus. Is he gonna go for the jump down there? Maybe. All right, this guy's giving me more of a fight. Is it the same guy that just defeated me on the previous race? I think it is. Is he gonna defeat me again? I think he is. Well, you know, when you encounter a better player than you, this is what happens. Oh God. What is happening? All right, yeah, maybe I'm just not used to this car. It's giving me a hard time. Well, that's a second L. Jesus Christ. You know, I was just thinking, maybe his acceleration wasn't better, but maybe he had enough, a little bit more nitro to give him more boost through that jump, or for the boost to last just long enough to get more speed than I did. I don't know. I'm racing a different person, and so far I seem to be on the lead again. So, all right. Let's hope that I get against some easy opponents, and if I encounter that same person again, I'm gonna have to focus 100%. Because honestly, in this jump, in the previous race, is what messed me up. Because after I touched the wall and I did that weird jump, that's what slowed me down so hard. Otherwise, I think I actually could have gotten the double. Oh my God, Jesus Christ with this car. I think I could have gotten the W had it not been for that strange jump. But oh well, it is what it is, you know. As I said, skill issues for DBT. It's a daily occurrence, so it's all good. Oh boy, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Yep, I'm not very used to this car, I tell you. See, I really am not used to this. And in fact, when I'm playing regular multiplayer and finally I managed to get to Elite League, to Legend League, I have so many troubles precisely because I'm not super used to driving even my own Class S cars. Oh boy, that started so sudden. Jesus Christ, okay, here we go. Alright, so same. Is this the third time in a row that we do this track? I think so. I'm gonna save a little bit. Because what I was trying to do in that other race that I lost was this, to have Shockwave for this part. But I couldn't, and I think that could have made a difference. And I was so close to get the Shockwave, I just missed a little bit of drift to complete it, but oh well. Okay, I have took the lead. My car, let's not do weird... I said let's not do weird things, Jesus Christ. Alright, I don't trust that landing on this car, Jesus. And he disconnected. Alright, we could literally just go into touch drive mode and finish the race and still win it. But I'm gonna continue doing it this way because I would like to learn to use this. By the way, I'm doing this 1v1 in the very first day that it's available. So I plan to, over the weekend, I plan to do this a couple more times. Obviously, I'm not gonna record them, but I plan to do it a bit more just for the sake of getting some credits, whether I win or not. Okay, fair enough. So we have yet to see what else happens in the rest of the races, but I was thinking, hey, if I end up losing, well, even if I get my third L, I still have some time to talk about the current season, because man, the British Tour is a peculiar season for sure. Now, in previous videos, I actually have been saying some wrong stuff. I mean, I confused the British Tour season with the season that comes afterward, where I was saying that I was excited to do the daily multiplayer season, the daily MP2. That's in the next season, that's not in this one. So I'm like, oh damn, that's the wrong one. So yeah, I was wrong on that, but still, this season is really, really good, because right out of the gate, you can get the McLaren GT for free, no problem. I mean, granted, you have to grind a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I do mean a little bit. I don't mean as bad as a car hunt, but you do have to do a little bit of grinding. And yeah, I got my car already at 2-star just from the grind itself. Then there's a Grand Prix that is specifically to get blueprints for the car, because it doesn't require a key. So you do the Grand Prix, you get some extra blueprints from that. And yeah, there you go. You already have an elite Class C car. And you know, if you don't, in case you for some reason don't know, an elite class car will mean that you can get tokens from the elite events. So that is something. Not too many tokens, and it's like every 3 weeks or so, but still, tokens are tokens, you know? There is also some events, in the weekend rather, weekend events to get the Elmira. Okay, I know it's called Elmira, but I like to call it the Elmira. And that is a Class D car. It's not well, there's no such thing as Elite Class D, but it's not a super high Class D car, but hey, it's a free car that you can get, so why not? And yeah, later there's gonna be also the Grand Prix for the Jaguar X something. I'm sorry, I don't remember the number. What else is out there? Oh, right now there's the not the Grand Prix, excuse me, the key hunt for the Bentley Continental GT3. And I know that car has been available for a while now. There has been several key hunts, or at least one before, but I don't have it. So for me right now is the moment to grind that key hunt, because I want that car, and in fact it's needed. Now I'm gonna believe AZ here, because I didn't look this up myself, but I have no reason to believe that AZ is lying to me. But yeah, we were talking just the other day about how, oh Jesus Christ, again. Oh no. Oh, same situation. I have enough of a lead. Jesus Christ, I hate that jump. The final event on this season is gonna be to get the what's it called? The Ultima RS. Ooh, 10 race. Okay, if I were to lose already, I would get 200,000. That's not bad. I mean, if I win 2 races, I get 250. But even if I lose right now, I would still... Oh, no. If I win one... Okay, then I don't know how that works. Okay, never mind. So anyway, the final card, the special events that is going to come at the end of the season is going to be the Ultimate RS. And apparently that is one of the easiest cards to get from special events for quite a while, where you only really need, well, you do need the cars featured in this season, but you only need them at 3 stars. So for example, the McLaren GT, I just need to take it to 3 stars and I'm close to that. The Lotus Elmira, Emira, you also need it at 3 stars, and again with the weekend events you can definitely get it there, no problem. Then the Bentley Continental GT3, well, you gotta do the key hunt, so you're gonna get it to 4 stars if you want to unlock the car. Then there's a little bit of a concern in regards to the Jaguar that I was talking about. Okay, hold on, let me focus on this race because I really hate this track. I don't know how to do it. I always mess it up, so let me try to focus here. Do this jump not too high. Good drift right here. Nice. Shockwave to get through the snow section. And okay, I have a lead. Don't get cocky, DBT. Things could go south really quick. So yeah, that Lotus, the Jaguar, and there's also gonna be, I don't know if it's for by Blueprints or it's also a Grand Prix for the McLaren Senna GTR. What a beauty of a car it is. What a disservice Gameloft did to that car in this game. How is it the race version of the Senna, and yet they make it handle so much worse than the regular Senna? They make it into a Class A, but hey, whatever. Still, you can get the car for free. So all of those cars, you need them at 3 stars apparently. Only at 3 stars, and then you should in theory be able to unlock the Ultimate. Probably also just at 1 star, but hey, unlocking a car in a special event, that's a thing you don't see very often. So there we go, we got our 11th W, so we just need 1 more. Alright, this is gonna be rough. Last race, Himalayas. Again, that same track we just did. From all the tracks that rotate in this 1v1s, this is the one that gives me the most issues. And if this guy knows how to do this track, even barely okay, that's better than what I know. So it's a real concern. You know what? I'm gonna take this jump straight up. I'm gonna keep this nitro. Oh, Jesus Christ, managed it. I honestly wasn't trying to do it. I was trying to do a straight jump, but then I thought, hey, I think I have the angle right, and I just went for it. I mean, it's a make it or break it moment, so this looks good for me, honestly. I might just be able to pull this off if I don't mess it up. But this whole section shouldn't be much of a problem. There's not too many places to mess it up, and I have quite a bit of a lead. Not even gonna bother for that. I'm just gonna go the safe route. Not the jump. Just straight across the finish line. Oh yeah, baby! 12 wins, not in a row, but it's still 12 W's. Technically 11, because one of the dudes just straight up disconnected, but there we go! Another 1v1 that DBT wins in the end. Beautiful result. 250,000. Gimme, please. Yep. Oh, yeah. Now, as I've said before, I think that these 1v1s in the Switch are a lot more fun than they were in the global version. Because in the global version, the 1v1s were exclusively to get blueprints for the Idle Design Da Vinci. And I mean, it's a Class Z car, and I just said, hey, if you can get a free Class D, why would you not? But the fact that over here, it's obviously the credits help. Where's the Da Vinci? Yeah, it's somewhere over there. I can see it. There it is. So yeah, look at that. It's even a low rank Class D, so it's the very middle of the road. But yeah, obviously the credits in here, the final rewards for being credits, it's good. But I really like the fact that, you know, it gives you quite the crazy selection of cars, like the Gemera. You've seen me do it on the Veneno. I've done it on, I don't know, there's been a bunch of them, and I really enjoy it. I really appreciate the fact that on the Switch they made the 1v1s in my opinion, much more interesting. But yeah, let's just have a quick look at what's happening on the events. As I was saying, this was the event that I said for the McLaren GT that you have to grind it a little bit, but I did mean a little bit. The maximum amount of races you need to do is 50, and while that sounds a lot to get the 50 packs, each one of these races only costs 1 ticket, so you can do, well, the 4 for the fuel that you have for the car, and then after another half hour do another 4, so on and so forth. Or if you have extra fuel, well, that works too. And yeah, this packs actually had a crazy drop rate. It's like 50% drop rate to get blueprints for this, and that's how I managed to both unlock the car, and I don't know, I got like another 8 blueprints or something. I have 16 right now, 16 additional blueprints, because obviously through the Grand Prix, which is what I'm going to show you next, it's another way to get blueprints. Now in here, if we go to prices, you can see that this entire thing is all about getting blueprints. You can see, well, I'm only in tier 4, and that it's bad. I wish I had landed in a higher tier. I wasn't trying to full sandbag. I didn't want to go in the lowest tier. I was hoping for tier 2 or 3, but apparently I set up a bad defense lap, and yeah, I ended up on tier 4. But yeah, over here you can get some blueprints. Obviously 15 blueprints, it's good. 10 is good, 8 is good, 6 not so much, 5 not so much. But if I had landed in a higher tier, many more blueprints. Like over here, look at that, 65, 50, 40. At tier 2, you get what? 50, 40, 30. So yeah, a bunch of blueprints, some epics also, and credits, whatnot. Obviously, there's also these packs that can give you either blueprints or epics, but this is not the crazy packs that have the 50% drop. This is more normal, I believe, 10% or so. So yeah, anyway, there's the Grand Prix to get blueprints. Like I said, this car doesn't require a key, so this Grand Prix is only to get the blueprints. Then we have this event, another event for the McLaren GT, in which it's based on stages. In this one, you need to have the car at, well, you just need to have the car. You get some blueprints, some packs also to start getting blueprints for the oh, I can't look at the content, but you can maybe from those packs get some blueprints for the Ultima. At this point you need the car at 2 stars and just 1 blueprint for the McLaren, but again, some tokens and chances to get more blueprints for the Ultima. For this 3-star, 4-star, 5 stars, I can do it right now because obviously my car is only at 2 stars. Then we also have the McLaren GT Epic, whatever, that it's specifically to get epic, well, Epic Hunt, I guess that's the name. So over here you can get 1 guaranteed epic, and this pack can drop epics or, you know, just the regular stuff. What is the drop rate on this? I have no idea. I really don't know. And here you can get some more. I haven't even started doing this because I want to get my car to 3 stars so that I can do all of this in one go, as opposed to do 35 races and then once I finally get it to 3 stars, do another 30 races. So that's why I'm waiting a little bit. And finally, the Lotus Elmira Weekend Rampage. And this is the one that I was saying that repeats every weekend. To get, I mean, it's a decent amount. It's 10 blueprints from these 2 plus another 3 over here. That's 13 blueprints, and then you can also get these packs that has a decent drop rate for the blueprints, some credits, some tokens. So yeah, that's a little bit more grinding. Like I said, actually this one is a bit harder, just in the sense that this takes 2 tickets per race. So yeah, it takes a little bit more commitment to do this, but then again, it's just a total of 15 races that you gotta do total, so you'll be completely fine. So yeah, lots of events going on, and the special events in the daily, well, it's the normal stuff. As I was saying, right now the car hunt for the Bentley Continental GT3 is happening. I'm working on it because I do want the car and I'm gonna need it. But if we're talking about the British Store Showcase, well, this is gonna show the cars that are featured in this season. The Lotus Elmira, Aston Martin V12 Speedster. That's right, that's another car that is required at 3 stars. So if you don't have it, you want to go hard at this car hunt, even though this is a very annoying car because it requires so many blueprints. The Bentley Continental GT3, the McLaren P1, the Aston Martin 177. I don't know if this one is needed for the, maybe it is, I'm not even sure, for the Ultima, so maybe you do need the Legend Pass. The McLaren GT, Senna GTR, Jaguar XJ220S, that was the name, and finally the Ultima. And then you have your normal events. So yeah, there's definitely a lot to do in this season, but in a way that kind of keeps me busy, it keeps me entertained, and they're not annoyingly hyper grindy events like the Drive Syndicates events were for me. So I'm having a good time with this. We'll see how it continues to go. So I'll update you on what is the stats on my Bentley Continental GT3. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to unlock it. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. You know what to do. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it and all of that. watch these videos because I made them, so they're probably very good, and that's all. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye.